What's going on, guys? Kaiger here. We have the 1.30 patch notes, as well as not the exact release date, but we know one of two release dates. It can only be one of the 2 days. So most of this information was from GD1v9, a fellow content creator. I will have the link to his video down below, as well as on their Chinese YouTube channel for Legends of Neverland. They did post some information. So first, I'm going to read you a little bit about Lancer. I'm going to show you a video of their abilities. Then we're going to talk about this new game mode right here and show you their cinematic for it. And then we'll get into the rest of the stuff coming. So Lancer is a melee class that masters the unique feature of Dragon Blood Energy, which is gained from basic attacks and consumed using skills. Skills will have different effects depending on the amount of Dragon Blood energy available. Players can choose Lancer as the initial class at the beginning. That is really cool. Now, let's show you the abilities. So, everything right here I cannot translate. I've taken pictures of them. I'm going to try running them through Google Lens. I will put them on my everything that I'm going to show you, including all the patch notes, are going to be on my Discord link down below. But I'm going to Google Lens these and see if I can figure out what they're saying. But just looking, this is one of the two classes. They're going to show us both. This one looks like it's primarily focused on the swings, as we see. Swing, thrust, swing, and this looks like a buff of some kind. That spinning around of the weapon seems to be part of the basic. And then if you hit someone with the stab, it looks like if you hit someone with the stab, or it may be depending on the amount of dragon energy you have, but it seems like you can keep stabbing, keep using it if you hit someone, which could be very, very powerful. Now this is the same one, which is focused on the circle around them. I like that. That's very reminiscent of some of the other abilities. I'm trying to see if they show us the other skills, which I do have prepared if they're not showing it to us. Okay. They are not. Let me show you the other skills. Alright, so these are the other abilities right here. Just like the other one, I think this is a buff skill. Now, this seems like a slash, and both of these are jump abilities is what they look like. Very reminiscent of, they even said this when we initially voted for them. The Dragon Lancer from Final Fantasy. Both of them seem to be jump abilities. Let's see what little bit they show us here. Okay, just nothing. There we go. They only showed us the one stab. So let's get into the new game mode. So new game mode, Disaster Crusade. Disaster Crusade is a weekly gameplay that allows teaming up to 8 characters. You're going to want a little bit less, as we'll talk about. In this gameplay, the character's attributes will be uniformly changed to Salvation Power, which is based on current level attributes, blah, blah, blah. This is saying we're going to have the same rules as Uncharted Battlefield. You can get 2 rewards each week. It does not say what time of day this is free. You might be able to do it whenever, I don't know. The number of rewards is refreshed at 5 a.m. on a Monday. You cannot do it between 4:50 and 5 a.m. on Mondays. The duration of the dungeon is 10 minutes. If you defeat the boss within this time, the challenge is successful. If the time runs out or anyone dies, the challenge fails. Each character in the dungeon can only be revived once. During the challenge time, you can return to the dungeon map even after exiting, meaning you can keep trying it until you get a reward. The dungeon supports teams of 5 to 8, but the boss gets more HP and attack the more players, so it's probably going to be ideal 5, probably 6. My money is going to be that the scaling is going to be interesting, and that 6 is probably going to be the sweet spot. The matchmaking is cross-server, so if you're in a... this is only for servers that have a cross. If you're on a super new server, it will still only be your server. Whatever you match up against in Uncharted Battlefield is probably what this is going to be. In the current version, there's only one boss, Majesty Puppet, and more challenging bosses will be introduced in the future, which is weird because the boss we're about to see does not look like Majesty Puppet. Let's show you the cinematic for this new game.
이제 승리의 영광을 맞추리라.
Alright, so that was the cinematic. New system adventure group. This is going to be very interesting because we currently have couples and tutors. This is going to be a new version of that same kind of system, adventure group. Now what's nice is you're going to be able to have several more people. This is going to be reminiscent of Diablo Immortal has tried this with bands. What was it called? Something bands, your group of people. The Adventure Group is a new form of social organization in TLON. Players and comrades can form and expand their adventure group to more easily take on adventures with their friends. Adventure groups have 6 levels, from high to low, A, B, C, D, E. So when you start this, you're going to be a rank E adventure group, and then work your way up. Like one of those isekais. I think that's kind of cool. Form a team with members of the same adventure group. After completing team play, the adventure group gains XP. Not your players, but the group gets XP. Expel Incident gets 2 points. Remember, there's 6, so you're going to get 12 per day. Ancient Bad. This is the miasma. Abyss Ruins, Fire Dragon Lair, Time Trial. Adventure groups can unlock personalized titles, which are composed of adventure group name plus custom suffix. So it'd be cool if we're going to be able to do like a last name, like adventure group last name, like Final Fantasy does. Optimization, Shrine Peak, expanded the number of participants. I think right now it's 8 or 10, I can't remember. Maybe it's going to go up to 12 or something. Now this is the interesting part right here, which is going to change Shrine Peak quite a bit. A certain percentage of points will be deducted if the top 5 players by points rank died during battle. Now, I don't know if this is going to be the top 5 going into it, or if it's going to be like a changing number, where during the battle, if you're in the top 5 and you die, then you lose points. But if someone, picked up 2 points and they're number 5, you're number 6, then you won't lose any. It'll be interesting to see how that works. Characters at the bottom of the ranking retain a certain invincible might level after death. Now what that means, the invincible might is that stacking effect that gives you increased damage and everything for picking up orbs. The bottom rankings are going to be able to keep some level of that, so they can fight the whales easier. Ladder Arena significantly revamped the ladder arena interface. Optimize the revenge red dot tip if you go to the thing and someone has fought you, there will be a red circle there letting you know that you can go fight them. They're going to get rid of the red dots. Selecting actions and emojis have been added, so you can do emoji people when you beat them in an arena. And it's also funny because when others see you as their opponent, they can see your chosen actions and emojis. Costume design. Now we can use males. Now guys can have their own costumes. Added a full color palette wheel. I'm sure a lot of you are going to be happy about that. Crystal Battlefield and Uncharted Battlefield. Additional rewards have been added to Battlefield to Battle Settlement. Now what this means is that you can claim extra, just like you can do with Expel Incident, but with Expel, you're losing on some things. If you're doing couple or tutor, you are actually losing out by not doing all 6, and you're also slightly losing out on a little bit of XP if you don't do all 6. But if you just do the 2 double claim, then you are done for the day, losing very, very little bit. Now here, Crystal Battlefield and Uncharted Battlefield, this is probably for the best. Now what this is going to do, I'll just read this part and explain it. After using it, all remaining reward attempts will be consumed and the rewards will be doubled based on the battle score. Remember, you get 2 per day, so it's going to be based on that battle's score. So if you do your first battle and you score really high, you get the 12 chests. You can say, I'm going to skip the next one, 12 is the max, and just take that extra 12 and get 24 right now, and I don't have to do the second one. Same with Uncharted, that's going to be very interesting. Fire Dragon Lair is going to do the same thing. All remaining reward attempts will be consumed. Prizes will be doubled. Really cool. They're trying to cut down on the tedium, but this is it's weird because they're putting this right here, and then they just gave us this Fire Dragon Lair. If you do this and then double, you don't get the 20 XP. You have to do 2 Fire Dragon Lairs. Same with couple, same with tutor. So they need to fix how these work, and those need to double as well. Added a critical reward to Giant Boss and Abyss Boss when receiving rewards. Now, it's weird that they call this critical reward when it's literally the same thing they just told us about the double thing. When receiving rewards, you can directly receive double rewards, consuming 2 reward attempts. It's the same thing, but they're calling it different. The time it takes to obtain full XP in Dance has been reduced. And the last page right here, Merchant Transport has been removed. The Merchant Transport rewards have been transferred to Expel Incident, so you get the same things, but Merchant doesn't exist. There have been a lot of bugs with it recently. They probably don't want to worry about it. Now, Abyss Ruins is going to be every Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, and Sunday instead of daily. And they're making it same rewards. I'm very, very happy about that because it's one of the most annoying dailies, especially on mine where I have Abyss Ruins 6 and only one other person on my server has 6 unlocked, so it's tough to make a team. Added current damage ranking to fights against the giant boss. Appearance equipment and equipment between you and your selected target can now be compared. So this is going to be very important now that we have God Bless gear and spirit infusions. We're going to be able to look a little bit deeper when we compare against somebody else, how we are against them. Red dot has been removed from Elemental Realm since the character has claimed the 5th reward. That was definitely annoying. Fix an issue where characters could kill themselves in Uncharted Battlefield. I have not seen that, but that's funny. Added skill and flower fairy status of non-current classes to the control panel. Control buff performance have been optimized. Added a pop-up window to confirm the destination while tapping the monster tab on the map. Yeah, before you would just tap it and it would just take you there, not even close it. Now there's going to be a confirm. added total combat power display on the Fate card interface. And that is it for the 1.30 patch notes. As I said, the entire patch notes are going to be on my Discord, and the links to both of these videos right here, showing you that opening cinematic for the new game mode, as well as showing off like 2 abilities of the even right there they call it Dragon Knight, but it's going to be Lancer for us. And I'll also have GD1v9 down below, so you can check him out if you want. Till next time.